Brand new season, brand new builds. It's season 4 now, and I'm going to be going over the top 5 most fun and unique builds that are actually pretty good in NBA 2K22. So with all that being said, let's get straight into it. Oh yeah, and subscribe to the channel. Now you might be thinking, hey, I'm already subscribed to watch your videos all the time when they come up on my homepage, but you're probably not actually subscribed, so go ahead and do that for me real quick. And now we can get right into the builds. Starting off my list at number 5, we've got this rugged guard build. Now some of y'all probably know what this build is about, but a lot of y'all probably looked up this video trying to get some good builds. And let me tell you, this build is very unique and it's also very, very good. Position, we're gonna go shooting guard, handness, and jersey number do not matter. For the pie chart, you want to go down 4 right here to the yellow blue one, and we actually get sharpshooting takeover on this pie chart. It's very difficult to get sharpshooting takeover, but nonetheless, it makes the build really, really nice. It really adds on top of your game, so we really want to get that pie chart. All speed, physical profile. So if you want to get the rugged guard name, you can't just go around upgrading whatever you want. You have to upgrade these attributes very specifically, especially to get sharpshooting takeover. You kind of got to finesse a little bit to get the takeover, but once you get it, this build's an absolute monster. So as y'all can see, we get 11 finishing. We're gonna get 12 shooting badges right here. We're gonna lower the post fade just so we can get a little bit more attributes to put somewhere else. We're gonna max out our ball handle and our post control. We can't put up the passing accuracy because then it gives us a different name, and it also gives us playmaking takeover, so we don't even get the sharp takeover. For the interior defense, we're gonna go 1 away from max. We're gonna max our perimeter, lateral quickness, steal, our defense rebound. The final badge count is 11, 12, 17, and 7. I'm gonna go with defined body shape. It really doesn't matter though. For the height, you want to go all the way up to 6'9". It's not a typical shooting guard build. It's actually taller than most center builds in this game. A lot of these insides and poppers go 6'8". For the weight, we do actually have to max this out right here. As y'all can see, we do take a little bit of a hit on the speed. Now for the wingspan, we're gonna keep this default. If you max it out, you're not even gonna get the build name and you don't get sharpshooting takeover. But if you do want to minimize the wingspan for whatever reason, you still can get sharpshooting takeover. I'm not sure if you get the name, but I'm gonna go with default. So at 99 overall, we still can get those contact dunks and an 84 driving dunk. So that's what I'm gonna go with right here. And as y'all can see, sharpshooting takeover on a yellow blue pie chart, and we have built a rugged guard build. At number 4, we've got a popper build, but it's not no ordinary popper. It's a popper that gets contact dunks. For the position, we want to go power forward. These two things don't matter. Now for the pie chart, you want to go with the third one down right here, the more finishing than shooting pie chart, and we're able to get contact dunks on a popper build. All speed, physical profile. Now this build comes out as a post facilitator, so copy down these stats if you want the post facilitator name. I think it's pretty dope, and we also do got to kind of finesse a little bit to get the glass cleaning takeover on this build, which is actually pretty dope. A lot of the ways you make it, you get playmaking takeover instead, so you can't max out your passing accuracy. You want to get this up a little bit right here, so we get 7 playmaking. And for the defense, you want to max out interior, perimeter. Lateral quickness is going to a 57. We can't max it out unless we just want to sacrifice maybe O board and maybe lose a couple badges, but I don't think that's really the greatest idea. But anyways, final badge count 12, 15, 7, and 9. Body shape does not matter. You can go with whatever. Height, you want to go down to 6'8", the typical popper height. Now, if you want to get contact dunks off rip on this building, get the Michael Jordan dunk packages at 99 overall, you have to go down to 194 pounds. But if you don't really care about the contact dunks, or you just want to have a higher interior defense, you can try this. You still get like an 81 driving dunk, so you will get the 84 driving dunk contact dunks at 99 overall. But I want contact dunks off the rip, and I also would love to get the Michael Jordan dunk package. So we're going to go down to 194 pounds right here, which is the heaviest you can go. If you want, you can minimize this, but you really don't gain anything, so I'm gonna just go right here. And for the wingspan, we're going to max this out like almost every popper in the game. At 99, we will get a 70 ball control, so we can dribble on this build. We get a 94 standing dunk, 84 driving dunk, solid defense. You can honestly go with whatever takeover you want, but I'm gonna go with glass cleaning takeover so people don't think we can shoot. And as you can see, we have built a post facilitator with the top shade being Kyle Kuzma. I mean, Kyle Kuzma's been going crazy lately, so I guess it's not a bad thing, right? Now, this next build is basically a playmaking glass cleaner, but just better, all right? We're gonna go with the shooting guard position right here. You get a lot more badges, so you just want to go with this position right here. Much better, honestly. Obviously, you want to go with the yellow and red pie chart, of course, the playmaking and defense. All speed, physical profile. Again, copy down these stats if you don't want to. You don't have to, but you're not gonna get the same build as me. Max out all of these shooting. We're actually gonna get 11 shooting badges, which is actually a lot for a build like this, and you can honestly throw on extra badges if you do hit 39 in those other seasons. For the defense, we're going to put almost everything up, max at the defense, and the rest is going on the offensive rebound. So the final badge count 1, 11, 22, and 20. A typical two-way playmaker type of build, but we're going to be a little bit taller, so it's kind of like a play glass as well. Body shape really doesn't matter. You can go with whatever. For the height, you want to go up to 6'7", the play glass height. Maybe if you want, you can go 6'8", or maybe a metric in between 6'7" and 6'8". But this build gets an 80 ball handle at 99 overall, so I think you want to go 6'7". Wait, you can go with whatever. You don't want to have a high interior defense, you don't have to, but I personally want to max this out to get as much interior defense as possible. We do lose a little bit of speed, but it'll still be a 94 if we get gym rat and we hit 99 overall, and a 94 speed on a 6'7" build that's max weight is still pretty solid. And for the wingspan, obviously we want to max this out to get the contact dunks at 99. We'll get the contact dunks and an 80 ball handle with solid shooting across the board. And I think this build is very solid, a little bit better than a play glass in my opinion. Now for the takeovers, we get playmaker, lockdown, and slasher. Now the best takeover for the 1v1 court, which I think is a really good 1v1 court build, is lockdown takeover. If you want to stop the post scores, it's actually better than rim protector takeover. And as y'all can see, we built a two-way pass first guard, a very long build name, but a rare one nonetheless. And we built a pretty solid build. At number 2, we've got a perimeter lockdown build, but this is not an ordinary perimeter lockdown. We get contact dunks. Now when you think of a perimeter lockdown build, I guarantee you're probably thinking of one of these 3 pie charts: this one, or this one right here. And no, we're not making out of any of those pie charts, because this P-Lock gets contact dunks. We're gonna go with the more finishing than shooting, and this build is gonna be absolutely insane. You want to go with the all-speed physical profile as always. Now if you want to get the P-Lock name on this pie chart, again, you gotta copy down basically everything I do, and then if you don't want the name of the build or whatever, you can switch it after the fact, but you're not gonna get the same build. For the close shot, we're getting this to a 61. We're gonna max out our layup and our dunk right here, giving us 5 finishing badges, which probably isn't a lot to y'all, but every single season you can add an extra badge once you hit 39. I know a lot of y'all probably won't hit 39, but it's actually really not that hard to get your rep. And if you're really concerned about not getting a ton of rep, just make yourself like a really tall center and head to the rec center, because you're obviously just gonna get a lot of rebounds, and not many people have very tall centers in this game, so you're gonna eat up and get a ton of rep. But again, copy down all these attributes. We don't max out the ball handle or the passing accuracy, because we don't want to get a bad name. We want to get the P-Lock name on this pie chart, and you kind of got to finesse a little bit. And we have a lot of attributes remaining to spend on our defense, so we actually get a solid badge count for the defense. We're going to max out everything except our block, which block rating, in my opinion, literally doesn't matter as long as you have chase down and rim protector. It doesn't really affect anything. So the final badge count though, 5, 17, 13, and 9. And like I was saying, I advise y'all to put on extra finishing badges once you hit 39 each season. Body shape doesn't matter, and the height, you want to keep this at 6'5". We're gonna go all the way down on the weight, and look at this, we can go up 1, we don't lose anything, we just gain 1 more interior defense. And for the wingspan, we're going to max this out when we get contact dunks off rip, and at 90 now we also get the Michael Jordan dunks. Now it's similar to the post facilitator build I showed y'all earlier, but we're a P-Lock, and the stats at 99 are gonna be insane. We'll have 80s in the defense, we get a really solid shooting rating, solid ball handle. This build is just really good. I'm gonna go with lockdown takeover. If you want, you can go with like shot creator, playmaker, or slashing, but I kind of want to hide my identity. I want people to think I'm an ordinary P-Lock with a lockdown takeover, and as y'all can see, we finessed the P-Lock name, which stays in Mitch Richmond, Zach LaVine, and Bradley Beal. But now we're gonna go on to the final build on my list. At number 1, we have my 6'8" shot creator build. Now the reason this is number 1, after every single season they give you an extra badge point, it will continue to get better. Now you're probably saying that happens for every single build, but this one actually gets a really solid defensive game if you just add an extra badge every single season. Now if you don't have extra badges, I don't recommend you make this build, but if you do, I definitely recommend you make this build. But there's a lot of other builds on this list that you don't need extra badges for, but this is definitely one of the ones you would like to have extra badges. So I'm sure y'all are understanding where I'm going with this build. We're not going to touch our defense very much at all. We're only going to get 1 badge. We're just going to go all out on our shooting, our finishing, and our playmaking categories right here. We're going to get as much badge as we possibly can, except for our playmaking. We can't get our passing accuracy too high because we do want the shot creator name. I just thought it was dope. So we're just gonna get that right there. We can't max out our passing accuracy, or we get a different name. We don't want a different name. Now if you want the different name, by all means go ahead, but that's not the build name I wanted. And this is all we're doing for the defense. The final badge count 9, 25, 21, and 1, but you can turn that 1 into 2, 3, 4. With all these seasons to come, it will just continue to get better. So if you're looking for a build to last you the rest of the year, this is definitely the build for you, and it will only continue to get better and better each season they add an extra badge point. Body shape, we're gonna go with defined. It doesn't matter. Now the height, you actually want to be in the metric system, and the reason you got to do this, that's the only way you can actually make your build 6'8". And if you don't know how to switch your system, just go to the main menu, head to settings, switch your unit of measurement from imperial to metric, and then boom, there you go. 6'3", which is equal to 2.03, so that's where we're gonna go right here. Weight, we're gonna go minimum. Obviously you want to be fast on this build because we are pretty tall. Now for the wingspan, we're just gonna go -1. You don't have to do this, but I just wanted an extra mid-range. If you want to keep it default, by all means go ahead, but we don't really lose much or anything important. We still get a 50 standing, and we lose 1 close shot just for that 1 extra mid-range. And so I just wanted it. I just thought it was worth it because it's not a very defensive build in the first place. And for the takeovers, we get sharp, shot creator, playmaking, and slashing, which is actually kind of cool. But we're a 6'8" shot creator. I want to go with shot creator and takeover. And as you can see, we have built a shot creator. And that concludes my top 5 best, most fun, unique builds for season 4 on NBA 2K22. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you want to see some more gameplay on these builds, make sure you check out my channel. It would mean a lot if y'all would subscribe. We're trying to hit 100K before the end of this 2K cycle, before 2K23 drops. With all that being said, that's gonna wrap it up for me. Hope y'all have a great rest of your day, and I'm out. Peace.